Hey YouTubers, I'm going to do a Let's Play of Savage Lands, and it's a new game that's out on Steam. It's been out for a little while. It's nighttime and it gets incredibly dark in the nighttime, but I have found a village and I've been playing for this game for a while. So I have a town hall, I have a forge, I have a shack, I keep my wood in. The villages, they respawn goodies in them. They respawn pickaxes, food, hides that you need for making your sinew and stuff. But since it's dark outside right now, what I'm gonna do is first turn on my fire because I'm gonna die of cold if I don't do that. And I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna get me some food because I need some food. Oh, I have food on me. Oh, I need that much food on me. These are my pine boxes, and you can put stuff in your pine boxes, but you can't stack them unless you put them back in your inventory, and I don't really feel like doing that right now. But I have my meat. I have resources on my body. I was going to make, what was I going to make last time? I think I was going to make another weapon. Right now the weapon that I have is called the Wolfsbane, and for me it's the cheapest and gives off a lot of damage for what I'm going to use it for. But I've been using it for hunting. I've been using it for killing skeletons. It's killed a mob that I ran into. It kills the wolves, the plagued wolves, the regular wolves, the boars, in just a couple hits. It just doesn't take very much at all, especially if you're looking for like a non-violent creature like the deer to eat. Uh, it really kills them in two whacks, and then you get your sinew and your deer hide, and it's easy to catch up with them because they're pretty fast, but you can usually get two whacks in on them pretty quickly. What we're going to do is we're going to hit the J button, and that brings us to our journal. And when you first start on the game, it'll have you find a weapon, collect cost threads, and this will all be on the top right hand corner of your screen. So you want to kind of get that out of the way. The lean-tos keep you warm, but you can usually find one on the beach and make one of them pretty quickly. And campfire, you can usually find flint laying on the beach. Whenever you spawn in the game initially, you're first at the beach, but you can always run straight down the beach and run into a lean-to that has items spawned around it. And that's really what you want, because it might have another axe for you. It might have different, food or whatever that you need in the game. And the thing that I like about this game is if I decide to leave this game, for instance, I can take the items in my inventory. That includes my bags, which gives me larger inventory space. And I can stick them all in here and take them to another server so that I'm not the low man on the totem pole if that server's been up for a while. I can just take stuff with me, and but I'm going to show you the stuff that you can craft in the game. So right here's a campfire. You craft it to stay warm, and if you look up here, your blue bar is your heat and your cold, and your red bar is your health, and your yellow bar is your food bar. Now you can make bandages. Oops. You can make bandages easily, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. Your pike resurrection, you can make is your spawn point. So wherever you have it, that's where you're gonna end up respawning if you die. The map is humongous, but there's only a couple spawn points on the beach where your guy will spawn at, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. But if you're wanting to explore a little bit, and this game is more of like an exploration game because the map is so big, there's giants, there's all kinds of things that you can discover on the map. And some of the wolves even run in packs in different locations of the map, and there's different structures and towns, and uh, my camp is close to where a dragon is, and it flies around, but I can't fight it yet, and they might put that in a future patch, but I'm not sure. Right off the bat, you can make your own city, and I wish I would have done this from the very beginning, and the next server that I'm on I probably will. And I'll probably start off with a wooden house, because it's big, it has a lot of space in it, it doesn't get too, it's not too bad with darkness, but because you can't put your fireplace inside of a house. And you can't see much at night, because if you can see here, like if I'm looking in the back of mine, I can't even see where the doorway is. Like I just kind of have to guess with it. And I have some boxes in there, and I have a box in the very back, and you can't even see where that is. I hear something outside. We might go ahead and take care of that because it's kind of loud here. So here's the skeleton. 1, 2, 3. He got me because I didn't see where he was at first. But we're going to go ahead and... Sometimes they drop your cloth shreds, which really are, for me, the most valuable part of the game because they can keep you alive while fighting mobs. But my fire went out already, and I need more wood. So I'm going to go in my little wood shack here, and I'm going to... Oh, I picked up wood stick. Did not want to. I picked up some wood logs, and I'm going to apply them to my campfire, and that way my coldness bar doesn't go out. But I'm standing in this corner of my base because if you watch my blue bar up there, it's gradually going up one at a time. And that's because I'm standing as close to the fire as I possibly can. Sometimes that's just what it is. Okay, you press I for your inventory. Now, what you can do is you can stick stuff out in your vicinity. You don't have to make pine boxes. It's not... Or you can just leave it there. It doesn't despawn. Your stuff doesn't despawn if you throw it out of your inventory or anything. It helps you keep it in track anyway. But they made the pine boxes a lot bigger. They put 30 slots in them, so you know you have all this room in your boxes that you can use for storage. Anyway, moving on. There's the stone house. Stone's kind of hard to come by at the beginning of the game, especially to make, you know, to make your hatchet or your hammer. Some games spawn in with a hammer, some you don't spawn in with anything, and you can't fight with your fists. So to get them, you'll have to look around for stone that's laying, you know, around a spawn point or something. Flint is kind of hard to come by at the beginning of the game. Towards the, and if you've played it a while, once you get a hammer, it seems like flint and stone is like predominantly the main thing that you get in the game. You know, there's ores, there's stone, high quality metal, low quality metal, medium quality metal. You have coal. You have all this flint that I just use for making fires. You can make the bows, but they're not really great. I haven't really tried the other arrows that they just put in, but wasn't really great. You can just use them for hunting. They're not really good for mobs or anything. Here's the amber, and here is the radiant gem fragment. You can make armor out of those. But let's go back to our... I'm in the forge, which gives me heat, so I'm not really worried about standing too close to my fire, but I just still want to keep an eye out on it. They have a lot of items, not a lot, but a good bit of items that you can decorate your camp with. And like I said, if I was on a different server, like whenever I start a new server or whatever, I'll probably just, you know, make my own camp. These are things that are already in my camp. The weapon rack, you can't really put your weapons on it. It's just a decoration. It already has the weapons on it, but you can't use them. Here's coming soon. Okay, we have the bows and the arrows. And here they are in game. And I haven't tried the primitive flint arrow, but I have tried the primitive... I have tried this one that has one flint, not the one that has 5 and a log. But it doesn't matter because it gives you the same damage, so it's probably about the same anyway. Oak Skull Smasher, Primitive Flint Axe, Crude Spike Club. Okay, your axe can be used as a weapon at the beginning of the game, and they can kill wolves, but you really got to be careful. If you climb up on a rock, or if you hit them while they're below you at an angle, or if you're in a group of trees that like surround you, because there's several areas on the map in the woods where the trees will surround you because they're that close together you can't even get through them. You can kill them that way because they can't get to you that way. But the crude stone hammer, that's what you use for mining, and this is what I was kind of confused, because a lot of survival games you have a pickaxe that mines the ore, but you use a hammer in this game, and you use your axe for you can mine berries with it. It's not a... You can mine the nuts with it. You get sticks that way pretty easy. They last... Their durability's not too bad, but the hammers last a little bit longer. They have a little bit better durability, but you're hitting stone, so it makes it probably the equivalent of the axe. I just make sure that I usually have one. The resources on the stones, on the rocks, they don't respawn. You have to go out and find different stones. So here's a stone sword, and it's a... I don't know if you can make it in game yet, but I did get one off of a mob. And it's not the greatest, not as great as my wolfsbane that I like so much, but here's the axe, the board hammer, stone axe, barbed long blade, skull mace, black and ebon sword. I haven't made one of them yet, but I think that was what I had planned on doing. I think that's what I was getting ready to make. Its damage is 33. I think that's the strongest one that's in the game. Shredder axe, skull smasher, studded iron mace, wolfsbane. That's what I like the most. But they've just put in the game where you can make medium quality metal. I really struggled before they put that patch in because it was really hard for me to get that and make the things that I needed in addition to that. The flesh-bound hammer, it requires a bear claw, so I haven't made it yet because I haven't seen a bear yet. Been looking, but I haven't seen one yet. And then here's some other things. There's the Savage Ebon Steel Cleaver, and it has a damage of 38 on it. But, I haven't made one of them yet either. Maybe I will. They just put in different clothing in the game. So there's different armors that you can wear. I don't wear any. My guy's naked. Leather harness. Usually I have so much resources on me, I just make a fire wherever I'm at, and sometimes I build a house. Things. Studded leather wraps. So you can make them out of the strong sinew and the whatnot. You have bandages and it says it's locked, but it's not, because I can make them. Cloth shreds. Now you can get sundered cotton, and Sundered is the name of the island that you're on. It's called the Sundered Isles. And you can get cotton and make the cloth shreds, but usually the skeletons will drop them. The compass, it's kind of crap right now. It's not the greatest. You make torches, that way you can carry them if you're out and about, but I don't like to waste my cloth shreds on anything like that. Wood logs, wood sticks, come from trees. Basic bandages, frost ferns. I had frost ferns in my inventory. I could make a frost fern bandage. It stops bleeding immediately. There's flint, charcoal. I don't know what these look logs. I have them all. Metal ore, low quality ore. Sundered cotton, header bag, small pouch, forest tusk, torn tusk, run sack. There's different bags you can get. They have different slots. There's the pine boxes. You can take regular sinew, make strong sinew. You can make sinew out of the leather hide, so it's like boom, boom, boom. Wolf felt, don't really need it for anything other than making a bag. The decayed felt makes really good bags. I think you can use them for weapons, to make weapons. I have a couple of these laying around. I don't have these because I haven't seen one. They have boars in the game. There's bone dust. There's talks of more magic, being put in the game. That should be fun. The different foods. This is not a food. I don't know why it's listed under the consumables. I guess it's because you can make a bandage and consume it. Boar meat, deer meat, goat meat. Haven't seen a goat. Don't think it's in the game yet. Cured boar meat. I have no idea how to make that. But you can find it, and it heals you pretty good. The apples you find next to the lean-tos and in the village. The night blue flower and the purple cone flower, you can't mine them yet. Maybe in a future patch. So I hear something out here. Not sure what I hear, but it's something. As you can see in my left hand, I have a compass. And up there is the dragon. And you can see that from the beach if you're looking. If you're looking, you can see it from the beach. So if you run to the right of it, chances of finding this little village here that's already pre-made is pretty good. There's my spawn point, the blue thing right there. Oh, what's that? Got a skeleton. If you eat... Oh, shoot! I didn't know what that was behind it. I think there might be one behind me too, because I don't know why I need to eat, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat, but it's also gonna heal me. And there's a guy there. Oh, yeah, there's one behind me. Oh, there's two. Oh, shoot. Watch me die. Oh, he's running. Watch him. Watch him. Oh, he died. Come on. That's new. I'm gonna heal just a minute and wonder what he's got on him. Get my wolf bane back out. Alright, he's dead. See what he has on him. Yeah. I'll take it. Here's something. And, you can eat the decayed flesh, but it'll disease you and poison you. But if you see my horse thing here, if you have any other kind of tool that you're hunting with, then you probably won't kill a deer that fast. But this thing is kind of OP, which is good, because it takes so much resources to make, but they also, you know, crap on you. They're not as good with alright, let's go in here and see what they got. Okay, there's a wood log that spawned in that one. Stuff doesn't usually spawn in this one too much, but... Ooh, lawn guards. What did it get? Oh, it automatically put them on me. I already have a helmet, I think, on. I'm not sure. No, maybe not. My helmet's crap. It doesn't seem like the armor lasts very long. Check this one out. We've got some band-aids. Yay, band-aids. And that big town hall right there I made, so nothing spawns in it. There's a leather hide. Here. I'm going to take you out here. And usually the areas aren't this wide open, but whenever I cut down trees, I've just been cutting them down to the stump. I've not been chopping up the stump, so I can see like all this greatness. So I'm going to take my axe, and this is a frost fern, and this is where you can get berries. You can punch these, but, and you want logs. You don't really need sticks too much unless you're building a house, or like in whatnot. Saw berries fall, but I don't see them now. Not that one, but that one. It's not one. Alright, there's another berry bush. They kind of look like pine trees. Some of them look like tiny pine trees. I only want the bulb. Well, I'm buying stuff so much. Okay. But whenever I knock down a tree, I get 3. Here. Give me some stuff I could use. There's one of the stones that you can mine. I've already mined that one. There's different ruins and different places of the game. This is just a rune that I found. I'm pretty sure it wasn't there before the last patch, but I could be wrong. I might have just been overlooking it. Looky there. See that little plant right there? It's sundered cotton. That little plant right there. And just got me some sundered cotton. And this tree, it has little brown leaves on it. It's your nut tree. So if you chop it down, which doesn't take a whole lot, there's some tree nuts. We give you tree nuts you can eat. So that kind of gives you a good chance to survive. Whoop. Just pass them up. Just saw them. There. Some more nuts. Sometimes they drop too. But I'm going to go back to base because I want to show you the other options that you can use, like to make stuff and whatnot. Let's make some food. Let's cook our food. But you can make all the buildings that are in this little village, with the exception of the fences, but it looked like I had made a weapon rack, and it seemed like it was a pretty good, cheap and easy decoration to keep out unwanted visitors. I stuck my town hall. Whenever you place a building, you have to face the direction that you want the door, because if you don't, it'll put them in backwards. So that's why my town hall's out this way, and why my forge faces the opposite direction. So I'm gonna hit K, and it's gonna show all of my stuff that I can make. It's in my journal, but it's highlighted in, if it's highlighted in white in bold letters, you already have the stuff in your inventory to make it. So to make cloth shreds, I'm just going to hit craft. And to make basic bandages, craft. You can't set it to anything, it's just, you have to do it individually. We picked up a couple logs, so... What? Grabbing some flint. It only takes one or two flint. And sometimes you don't need any flint, you just need the wood to ignite it. Here's something that I don't know where it's coming from. You hit your K, and you go to your apple symbol, which says I have deer meat in my inventory and I can make some. So that's cooked. That's it. That's all there is to that. Some things you need to forge. And it's becoming daylight, so we're going to go out. And we're going to look around here. And like I said, I cut down all these trees so that I can have a good vantage point of anything that might be ahead of me. Them boars, they blend in. There's a wolf. Let's take care of this skeleton, and he'll be following me. He might be one that run at you. I see, it's either a wolf or a boar, I'm not sure. We'll go after him. Punch him. Oh, you already see him. Too late. 2, 3. He's dead. Good thing I have my wolf's bane on me. I don't need these, but I'll go ahead and take it because they might put something in the game today. Or soon. They've been doing a lot of updates and patches. There's some more of that cotton. Ooh, it could be 2 cotton. And I think these are going to be the purple coneflowers, but I don't know yet. I was happy when they put that in there, because there should be different ways of making different things. Gotta... tree here. Another skeleton. But what you want to do is you want to find where the mobs are and see if you can defeat them. I had one that spawned in my village. He was like a demon skeleton of some sort. And with my wolf's bane, I was able to get a nice little stone sword. Not the greatest for all the bandages I had to use trying to kill him with it, but wasn't too bad. Plus he chased me around and I was under a lot of stress, but I think I'll live. Here's the little one hit with your axe. You could get berries, but it just depends on the bush. May or may not. The bigger ones seem to have, like this one. I bet you it has some. Nope. Doesn't have any berries on it. Always have a bad habit of overlooking them though. Maybe it did have berries on it, and I just didn't see them. And I know that because sometimes I'll just be randomly running through areas that I've knocked the trees down and find berries all over the place. Because they roll. Things roll in the game. So I've been building a shack. And I've been building the one that I said should be the starter shack. So I've just been kind of looking for easy ways to start the game. There's another skeleton. See, they all don't drop it. I wish they did. They used to for the last patch. But I'm gonna get back and get me some peach. Run over here, get me some heat. To put a building down, you just click on J and click on whatever you want to make in that journal. You can do that. Oh, we're almost done. Then I can show you what that looks like. I'll go cut down a couple more trees. Oh, there's a wolf. At nighttime, the plague wolves look just like the regular wolves, except they have yellow eyes, and they're harder to kill. You might have to hit them. You might have to hit them like 5 times and use Band-Aid, because usually I don't get bloody from wolves, but I was good. But now he can't sneak up on me while I'm cutting this tree down. This would be this is a lot of fun with people that you play with. You do get built up pretty quickly that way. If you want to play on an official server, this is not an official server. It's just one that I kind of started just so I could, you know, get a handle of the game. See, what'll tell you. Find them laying everywhere. And the dogs too, because they roll. I wouldn't recommend putting a fireplace in front of the building, in front of your buildings, like in front of your doors, because if you need to come in, there's been times that I've been chased in and stepped on my fire and almost killed myself stepping on a fire. Nah. I don't know if that'll be enough. I think that'll be enough. Finish it. That's gonna find out. Okay, finished it. Put the door on the wrong edge. Again. I don't know if this is going to be safe or not, because I can see underneath it. I don't think it's... Oh! Snap. Well, I don't know how safe that'll be. But you see how spacious it is? So much cheaper. 60 logs instead of 500. See all the mountains out there? That's how big this island is. It is huge. It is so big. We've been talking about putting boats in so that you can sail. I'll run you down to the beach so you can see the beach. Oh, there's a boar. They're vicious. They will run at you. I don't think he sees me. The boar's tusks, they don't drop very often. So that's kind of, I'm kind of happy to get that, because that means I can make a better bag if I need to. Because I think that's what that is. Anyway, we'll go down to my beach house, because I built a shack down there. Cleared out all this area. That way I can find my way back, because everything on the beach looks exactly the same. So I just left the stumps so I can just have a path going back to my spawn point. I put lean-tos and there's lean-tos and fireplaces all over the beach. I put random fireplaces on my beach because I was trying to find my way home, but this is my making a fire, just in case fire. This is my shack on the beach. See how spacious it is? I don't know if I can get through that one. So weird. But it's a perfect starter. And I would just go somewhere random and just build one on another server. The doors don't lock, which really stinks. But you see the rocks out there in the water? You can, when they put the boats in, you can go out to them. You can get out to them now without dying, but the water's cold and you will probably die on your way back. And you only need it once. But if I run down this way, you're going to see probably a lean-to. In the woods, there's random lean-tos also laying around. If you pay attention, like right there, there's a stone. You need to pay attention and pick them up on your way when you first respawn. That way you can get a fire started. You want to especially pay attention to finding flint. Because chances are you'll respawn somewhere near this area. Just keep looking up over there. I'm lagging a little bit. But I think that's perhaps because I don't usually lag with it. It's been actually one of the most non-laggy games that I've played. It's really nice. Oh god. The fingers would start lagging. I have 1 frame per second. There's a lean-to. These are all over the beach. You want to run till you find one. You don't really need to make one right off the bat, but you do need to find one because it's going to give you a good chance of survival. Chances are there's usually stuff around them. You can get stuff in. Not this one. There's no fire pit either. So we're going to go down a little bit more and try to find another one. There's a fire pit. There's a fire pit and... That is not a fire pit. There's another lean-to. with a fire pit. What's it have here? Stone hatchet.